Centre. Call 0433550001 or visit coffeeteafest.com for more info.
Filipino Rhythm, brought to you by Alansari Exchange. Now you can deposit your labor guarantees quick and easy with Alansari Exchange.
Kayo po yung nakikinig sa programang Filipino Excellence in the Middle East. Ang first guest po natin isang HR Global Manager, si Lou Parroco. Pinag-usapan niya kanina is about CV writing. Ngayon, Lou, after CV writing interview na, di ba? Kung let's say, nakita yung CV mo okay naman, then you get a call and let's say tomorrow in-invite ka. So anong gagawin na ngayon in preparation for that interview?
Yes, so mayroon po tayong mayroon yata, I think that's Benjamin Franklin who once said failing to prepare is actually preparing to fail.
Okay, ganda.
So I think
very nice, huh?
Before any interview meetings, we really have to prepare and prepare and prepare. And how? I would suggest dun sa mga hindi pa masyadong nakaka-experience ng talagang attending real interviews, you go into YouTube, see tutorials on attending interviews. That way also you'll get to familiarize yourselves with the common interview questions that probably potentially matatanong sa'yo. And from there, at least you will also have an idea on how to actually respond appropriately sa questions. So that's very number one. And of course, yung mastery mo on what you've written on your CV, that's very important. Kasi very frustrating and disappointing po talaga once we have an applicant before us, tapos medyo hindi pa alam yung isasagot, yung tanong mo lang, parte lang naman sa CV niya, no?
Okay, part ng CV pero di niya pa alam.
Parang, wow, parang automatically, parang gusto mo na lang na thank you, see you whenever. So that's, I think that's the very meat, really getting to understand self-awareness nga, knowing what you've put in your CV, trying to practice or get yourself familiar with questions na posibleng itanong. And probably mamaya, if I'll be given the chance, I can share some examples on, the common questions that we ask, but normally ito yung mga pinakamahirap sagutin. And probably I could give you some examples on how you can safely answer this, diba?
Okay.
But apart from that, of course, yung get up po, you have to look the success, you want. I think that's the key thing. So I think na-cover po natin sa Jumpstart kahit paano yung you have to project the competence, the credibility, and the confidence that you possess.
Alright.
Para po mapaniwalaan naman yun that you deserve the job.
Okay.
So tama-tama about nasabi na about the competencies mga sa CV. Ngayon, ang next is how to dress, di ba? How when you are in the interview. Tama-tama, isang Femme Mentor, siya po isang image consultant. She's with Global Image Institute. Residence po siya ng UAE for almost 6 years. Naging guest po natin siya several months back. Good evening, si Agnes Aquino Briggs.
Good evening, Art. Good evening, Elle. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm very honored to be here again. Good evening, Lou.
Good evening.
Following on the discussions that we had, I was listening to Lou earlier. It's very, very informative. In fact, because of her background as in HR, it's actually very good that it complements of what I'm going to share tonight.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, assuming that you know what's in your CV, assuming that you have self-awareness, and part of being confident and is to be prepared. So
Yes.
knowing what you have in the CV, but then now you comes the challenge of saying, ano ang isusuot ko?
Ano ang
What am
isusuot
I-
mo talaga?
What am I going to wear? I have nothing to wear. Like any woman would say, I have nothing to wear because it's always, But you really have to be prepared. Now, this is part of my job because let me just tell you a little bit of what I do. What I do is I conduct workshops and I provide constructive, practical advice to employees of all levels to help them understand the importance of dressing appropriately at the workplace and guides them on how to look their best and choose the clothes that complement their figure, their personality, their lifestyle to make them look and appear good and competent. Yeah, so when you're looking for a job, like for example, I just give you an example. You want to be an accountant. You're applying for an accountant. You don't dress like a superstar, because otherwise you look like incompetent. You know, if you're applying for an accountant, obviously you're in charge of money.
Okay.
And if you look like
extravagant,
a superstar,
then
extravagant with all,
I would have second thoughts.
yeah, then they have second thoughts. How is he gonna look after the money of the company? So
Yes,
Pick pa, sumagot nga
These are
kayo
the
mga pick
subliminal
pa dyan.
messages
Yes,
talaga.
yes, yes.
Okay.
So our consultations are geared to improve the self-confidence and credibility through clothing you wear and the image you project
All right.
through your
Okay.
appearance. Okay, so I think we can sum it all up into a topic called dress for success. I know this is really very common, but what does dress for success really mean? It means that you're going to costume yourself. Let me just see. So I could to dress for
Costume.
success means to dress yourself appropriately to successfully reach a goal. And that goal could be to land a new job, to sign a big contract, like if you are in sales and marketing.
Okay.
It could be if you're a doctor, you know, your patients could, you know, have self-confidence in you. And or it could be just like trying to get your ex-boyfriend back. You know, there's always a goal, and you have to be focused on that goal, and you have to dress to reach that goal. Okay, so to dress for success in any situation, you need to take 3 things into consideration.
Okay, sige, 3. Yung may mga ballpen dyan, pakisulat nga.
Okay, your audience.
Oo.
Audience, your location, and your goal.
Okay.
Audience means it's your potential employer
Okay.
and the co-workers.
Mm-mm.
It means that looking into the company, like for example, you want to apply in Itisalat, then you have to know about the company. You have to learn the corporate culture. You know, maybe you should visit Itisalat and look how they dress there, because you don't want to arrive in Itisalat looking like a superstar, looking expensive sophisticated, because you might be too sophisticated for the corporate culture, and you could just
baka overdress ka,
yeah,
or
overdress.
under over or under.
Yeah, so you don't belong here. Yeah, so your location, the location, that's it. The company, you have to look at the corporate culture. You have to look around, and you don't want to blend. You want to appear competent, and also your goal. So when you start,
Yes, go ahead.
okay, your customers. Let's go back to the audience, because I really want to emphasize this. The potential employer and new co-workers, and then it could be the customers if you are in the sales, yeah, and it could be like if you're a politician. You want to win an election, then that will be your audience. You have to dress for the audience to win them.
So butas-butas ang t-shirt kasi politician, parang masang-masa.
Parang
Biro
ganon,
lang.
parang ganon.
Maglagay ng tuwalya sa parang driver style tuwalya.
Yes. So your location is where you'll be working, whether it's the office, it's the showroom, it's a law office, it's an advertising company, or it's a construction site. So you have to dress for these places. Like, for example, you're applying for a job in a bank. You want to look traditional. You don't like to go there. You're not going there with jeans and T-shirt.
Oo.
You know, but whilst if you are applying for a construction company, like a laborer or a safety officer, then it's safe for you to just go in jeans and polo shirt. So it's dressing through the location.
Okay.
Yung mga let's say yung mga bagito, let's say 'di ba, konting baro lang dala nila, yung mga visit visa. Anong pinaka basic na yung pinaka common denominator na yung proper dressing, especially mga baguhan, yung mga wala pa masyadong corporate clothes.
You know, Art, if you can afford to be here, you can afford to buy the right clothes
Kasi kung nagpamasahe ka na
to be successful.
And it doesn't have to be expensive.
I was about to ask that.
It
kasi
doesn't have to be expensive. But please, do not wear jeans and t-shirt to go for a job, even if it's the lowest denomination.
True. Because actually, if I may add po, actually, it's always safer, nasasabi po sa, at least with my experience, at ang proper po talaga, if you do not know the company culture, go safely on an appropriate business attire.
Yes.
Which is, when you say,
Yeah.
well, when you say business attire, anong talagang business attire? Is it black, white, or
Well, I think
laser?
when we talk about business, it's always limited to the shades of blue, black,
Mga dark colors.
brown, the dark colors. And I think, I don't know if Miss Agnes would agree on this. You know, yung mga flashy, shocking colors, neon tag. I think those have to be avoided. Or even yung mga red. Or mga night blues and all, kasi they can be empowering, tangerines,
Distracting.
Yeah, actually. So I think for as a candidate, I don't think we are yet in the position to, project such a strong, distractive
The safest
personality.
way is that if you don't really know the culture, like even if you're applying for a secretary,
Position.
Just wear something that's traditional.
True.
Now, which is actually takes me to the next topic, levels of business wear. So now that I've convinced you to dress appropriately, indeed beneficial for your career and your bank account, what exactly should you wear to work? Yeah, so you don't have to wear a power suit to conduct big business. You don't
Okay.
have to wear something so expensive, but you have to wear just the appropriate clothing. So the 4 levels of business attire: traditional. This is something tailored.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something. Second is creative. It's something that's softly tailored. Yeah. The third one is people oriented, which is casually tailored, and the last one is casual or not tailored. I'm going to explain this further.
Go ahead, po.
Tailored clothes are the most formal of business clothing. Ito yung magka-match.
Okay.
Structured, wool, or maganda yung hulog ng but it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, you could go from Armani down to G2000 or,
Even the brandless ones.
even brandless
Even the
one.
brandless.
Tapos, go for something that's traditional like color. Ang color niya is blue, or brown or
Gray.
khaki. Yeah, if you're cool coloring, the safest would be gray and black. And these colors are actually safe, traditional, and they look expensive kahit na saan mo lang siya binili. The most important thing also is the fit. With women, kailangan tama lang yung length, sa knee length. With men, kailangan yung proper fit. Wag naman yung nahuhulog na yung shoulders.
Lawlaw,
diba?
parang gano'n.
Lawlaw. Tapos, wag rubber shoes. Kailangan, it has to look polished. Because you're trying to apply for a job, kailangan, the way you dress reflects your judgment. So, importante yon. So, for example, yung mga traditional, that would be your everyday wear if you're looking for a bank, if you're working for a bank, for law office.
Okay.
In the next one, okay, let me just say it. What is traditional? Clothing that match structured blazers. I think you know what these are.
Yeah.
Do I have to explain this? Yeah. And the shoes have to be 1 inch or maximum 2 inches lang. Pumps. Please.
No stilettos.
No stilettos, no high heels, no open sandals, please. Lalo na sa mga ladies natin.
Yes.
Closed and 2 inches lang yung high heels. Wag
So
masyado.
dapat di makita yung toes, ganon.
No,
Prefer,
ganda.
court shoes, I think that's how
Court
we term
shoes
it,
or
yeah.
court shoes or
Coverage
pump shoes that's the
That's something new,
yeah, court shoes wag open. Yeah. The nails
Should be clean.
the nails should be clean. It should be
So magpa-pedicure muna.
kailangan
Tama ba? Pedicure, manicure, pedicure.
Pedicure sa paa.
Oo, kailangan malinis at saka wag masyadong mahaba, especially sa kamay, kasi if you're applying for a job tapos ang haba-haba ng kuko mo
How can
tapos
expect
red
you to?
pa, how can your boss expect you to type something, diba? Oo. And most importantly, wag kang masyadong flashy nalalampasan mo yung boss mo.
Correct.
Mas
Oo.
maporma ka
Kasi
pa.
mapag-iinitan ka lang. Ganon. Oo.
Sige.